Hello everyone, Hartwigga here. Today we are back for episode 2 of the Over the Limit podcast here. I'm joined by, again, Dutchy, and today by our other co-host, Oxy. Lads, how are you all?
Good, mate. Good.
Yeah, I'm good. Pretty solid weekend.
Yeah, it has
Just chilling
been opening weekend of racing here in FormulaOCE. I guess let's start from the start, which is the draft. I'll give it to Dutchy. He ran the thing. How do you reckon it went, mate, honestly?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the smoothest, 1 just being atrocious, I think we're at about a solid 8.
Agreed.
There was a few mistakes, but I think it was entertaining, and that's what we need in a draft, I think. So I'm pretty happy with the way things went.
No, I agree. It was I reckon it was pretty good. Apart from a couple of mistakes from some people that weren't paying attention. Oxy.
I don't know who you're talking about, mate. No.
No. But yeah, I think it ran pretty well. It was a good night, good, fun, entertaining night. Yeah. What about you, Oxy?
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Had a good laugh. I'm pretty happy with the team I got the pick too. So
Yeah.
well, I reckon it went pretty. I mean, yeah, it went well.
I mean,
Yeah, you would be happy at the top of the overall standings.
That's luck at the moment.
lads, what are some of the big names though? Some of the big names that have went in the draft. Any unexpected ones?
Spicy noodles.
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
big moves by Mitch.
That was a big pick, that one. Unexpected.
Ferrari, prancing horse.
Maybe Bramer as well. I don't think
Yeah,
he was expected to get picked that
destined
early.
for Haas. All the rumors were destined for Haas, and I think it was Red
Bull
wasn't it?
swept him up.
Just a quick pick.
Yeah, Oxy.
But yeah, no, I think
Snapped him up.
the draft was pretty good. It was pretty good to say the least. That brought us into 2 days later the opening event for the season, which was the Tier 3 race. Did you guys? I don't know if you guys caught that or not.
Yeah, I
watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good actually, to be honest. I think it was some solid racing from the Tier 3 guys. A lot of them are pretty inexperienced or new to the game, so I think I thought it was good, but yeah.
It went quite a bit better than the trial race, so
the trial race was a bit atrocious.
But I think round 1 went really well for Tier 3. But then again, like obviously there can be some improvement.
Always.
With the way that people drive, but other than that, I think I'm pretty happy because AlphaTauri got away with the win.
Oh, that's right. You won it, didn't you?
Yeah, Sultana.
Yeah, double Aston Martin
he does really well.
Yeah, double Aston Martin DNF.
First lap.
How do you feel about that, Hartwigga?
Look, I'll say it. I wasn't even paying attention to them. Honestly, I was helping out my brother in the other room, so I just saw they both crashed, and I was, well.
Oh, so you're a traitor.
Yeah, not helping out your own team, mate.
Mate, I was talking to him. I was like, right before the race, I said to what I said, look, mate, you qualified P3, just bring it home for some solid points, and he binned it. Let's be honest, he binned it.
Yeah, but if you were there for moral support instead of your brother, you might have gone first.
Right. No, look, I think they both had enough experience, I think, where they're able to look after themselves. And I want to, first race, got to chuck them in the deep end. You got to let them learn a little bit before you can kind of come in. And I think you got to see where they're at first, and then come in and help them. But I think Watto's qualifying pace is really strong in P3, so I think there's really good signs. And Stroker, picking up the game, I think a couple of days beforehand. So I think there's a lot of improvement to be had, and I think a lot of potential.
No, definitely. There wasn't too many. I think there was only 1 or 2, maybe stewards inquiries, which was quite surprising considering the amount of DNFs there was.
Yeah,
but
a lot of them
no, I'd say it went quite smooth.
It did. For your driver, Bramer, what happened to him? He just kept spinning, I reckon. Did he not?
Yeah, well, he kept getting 3-second time penalty. Well, he started on pole, which I was very surprised and pretty proud of him.
Yeah.
He had a real good lap. And he didn't realise that you can't remove corner cutting penalties by going in the pit lane and serving them.
5 pit stops, right?
That's why he went soft, hard, or something like that, soft, hard, soft, medium or something. Yeah, but anyhow, ended up P6 anyway, which is good points. We've only got one Tier 3 driver, so he's holding the fort back there.
And then Sultana 1, big win for you, Dutchy. I mean, a static must have been.
I didn't know what I was really expecting in Tier 3, to be honest, because obviously both new drivers, but we only have one, I think, because Tomahawk didn't pick up his Xbox in time. But with the one driver, I think coming away with maximum points that he could get, obviously that boosted me up a little bit by thinking like, oh, maybe we can possibly get the Constructors or even a Drivers' Championship in Tier 3. Just the way he drove as well, just the composure and all that stuff. And even after the safety car, you know, he did pretty well. So can't complain.
No, he did extremely well.
Can't complain for P1.
I think that's going to be one of the most interesting tiers, I think, or probably the most interesting tier, I think, this season. I think they're all very new to the game, so anyone can win on their day. I think it's going to be extremely close. The day after, I think it's, 5 p.m. F2 race?
Yeah.
On the Saturday, F2 went at it. Quite controversial. Anyway, apart from that, our results...
We'll get onto that after.
I don't even know who won.
I got pole. Jenny
won the
first.
Yeah,
he won.
My feature race was non-existent. I had some major net issues. So I think I completed the last 2 laps. I still managed to come home in 9th, which is very surprising.
So I think Jenny won the whole event on Saturday for F2.
I don't watch a lot of F2. I don't really get much time, so I don't know anything really about the F2. So I'll leave it to you boys to discuss about the racing and everything like that.
There was a bit of a questionable couple of moves there by Jenny Gooch, but especially going into turn 2. Well, myself, I was driving, covering off the inside, and then I didn't know if he was going for a switchback or anything, so I've kind of like gone for the inside line of turn 2 as well. But he's just kept it there. And like, obviously you're not going to make turn 2, so he just kept it there. But that didn't really bother me that much. And then, you know, a couple of corners later, lap 14, brilliant lap that was. Brilliant lap 14 in the feature race. There was an incident reported by me against Jenny Gooch, and it went through the stewards. The stewards gave a pretty fair, I think, evaluation to that, because obviously one party of that incident didn't do anything wrong, because, you know, there was no rule against that. And then Jenny appealed, and the appeals tribunal, which I'm no longer head of, which is now your job, Hartwigga, because I gave that to you.
Did you?
I just gave that up. Oh. They felt as though I did something wrong when it wasn't in the rule book, and they tried to ping me for it. And, I just don't feel like it's right. If you don't have a rule in the rule book, why try and blame someone for that incident if it's not in the rule book? But all fair play. They've added it to the rule book now, under some circumstances that you can do it, and you can't do it if something else happens. But it's all over now.
I think the rule is clear enough now. It's stated.
I'll actually read out the rule. So I'll talk about what we thought. We had the incoming appeal from Jenny about the incident, and we had a look at it. And, you know, at first, and his evidence he supplied, it looked like he was at fault. But when you watch the video back, to understand the incident. We found that it was maybe a little bit dangerous, to say the least. And only because the reasoning was that he let off the throttle and picked up the throttle back on the straight, which could have been dangerous. And yeah, we in turn decided to remove Jenny's penalty and actually award it to Dutchy. And I was a bit torn between what to do. It's always difficult. I thought I'd only give him a 5-second penalty because I knew it wasn't in the rules, but I think we needed to have it as a deterrent so people wouldn't, do the same, because especially in an online race, it can end up to be pretty laggy sometimes, and can cause incidents. That caused a bit of tension in the chat for a while. It got appealed, and after a while, we just called it an NFA. No further action on it, so no one got awarded penalties. But from that, the new rule that everyone should have looked at by now, 3.2D, use of DRS to defend. I'll read it out because everyone needs to know this. If you intend to strategically use DRS to defend or regain your position, you must do so in a safe manner. You may lift off, or otherwise known as coast, and then brake into the corner and use DRS. You are not permitted to stop or slow significantly on a straight and then pick up the throttle again. Slowing significantly will be dictated by the stewards. So they have quite a range of discretion, the stewards there. And I think that's a fair...
And then the penalty will be given out, obviously the more severe the incident, the more severe the penalty will be.
The typical range is the minor to be 5 seconds and the major to be 10 seconds. Obviously, if you hit some people, cause a massive pile-up, you'll probably be awarded higher amounts, or might not even be awarded a penalty if it's from a long way back. But that's the official rulings now. I mean, I think that's fair. I don't know what you guys think about it.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
I gave my feeling on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, he did. So then also tier 2. I caught a little bit of that one. In the end, I think, was it Red Bull 1-2 in that one, I think.
Yes.
Led by the great man in this podcast, Oxygen Thief.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't have been. Because Pez Signs and it's Purex, I think you pronounce his gamer tag.
Yep.
They had some awesome pace. They were well quicker than me, but I just kept my car on the track.
That's all that matters, isn't it, in the end? Just being consistent.
Yeah,
I thought Frizy got P2, didn't he?
Nah, Elon did.
No, Elon got a 5-second move because he got hit under safety car.
Oh.
And he didn't serve the penalty.
Unlucky to Frizy there. He really deserves, I think, probably a win this year.
He got the P3.
He deserves a win, I think, this year.
Yeah, he'll definitely get a win, man. He's improved a lot since last season. So it's your boy. It's your boy is very, very quick now.
But I think
especially in F2 as well. I'm sorry to go back to this, but in F2, he held me off for quite a few laps. So to hold off the defending world champion, there's obviously something that you're doing right, and I think he did pretty well with that.
I think racing in Tier 2 in general was pretty good. I think it was quite entertaining, actually, to watch. Because, they're fighting to be the best and try, look at to get a promotion to Tier 1, in the end of it all. So, yeah, I thought it was really good, actually.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. There was a bit of maybe some controversy at the final few laps with ghosted cars, not falling over, like lapped cars. But,
also, people that were meant to not be in the lobby that were in the lobby.
Yeah, apart from that, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think there's any real there's no really reported incidents, was there? I don't think again.
No, I think the only one we had was
safety car.
Elon's 5-sec removal. And I think there was one with Abyss rejoining unsafely and pushing Kahoot off. No, it wasn't Kahoot.
That's in Tier 1, bro. That's in Tier 1.
Oh, that was Tier 1, was it?
Yeah, that's tier 1, mate.
Oh,
Kahoot in tier 2 would absolutely dominate you, mate. He would bend you over.
Well,
that's why I stopped and I'm like, hang on a minute, it doesn't sound right.
That's a great lead into Sunday, the big event, tier 1, 5 p.m. race. The session started. Into qualifying, a bit of an issue. Apparently, about 6 of us had already finished, so that was great. But from the outset, I don't know, especially for me and I know a couple others had it quite buggy. Qualifying was so interesting, though. I think qualifying was
pretty close.
I think Q1,
pretty close.
Q1,
Very
Chris,
close.
and who was it that got knocked out? Chris and someone had the identical lap time to get knocked out.
Vorno,
Yeah.
I think it was.
It-
The
I think
identical
Chris
time,
set
but
his lap first.
Chris set his time first. And with the return of Broken Reptile again to defend his championship, I think that's pretty interesting as well to note.
Yeah, but it was so close in qualifying, really, and everyone tried the mediums, but I think only 2. I think Jake and Kahoot, was it? No,
Jenny?
Was it?
Jenny.
No, Jenny didn't go on the mediums. And Q. Jenny
Oh, no,
did the
he
softs.
did the same as you, yeah.
Yeah,
He did the same as
everyone
you
really
straight
did
off.
softs because for once, this did not happen at all last season, and I've been screaming at it to happen, but it has happened. The leagues that feels that close that you can't afford to be on the slower tires in Q2. You have to really be on the fastest most of the time.
Yeah.
And that was good. It was good to see the strategies were forced. But
In
the end,
T2, the opposite thing happened.
Yeah.
Everyone was on mediums. No one went
I
to
saw
softs.
that. It's insane, I
Yeah.
think. But in the end, pole position went to Jake. Didn't
Josh.
it? Josh?
Josh or Jake, yeah.
One of those, yeah. But it was very close. Very, very close. I think 6/10 separated it in Q3. Something like that.
I think it was 7/10. I think it was.
That's bloody close, really.
That's close, yeah.
So race come. It was an alright start. Not too hectic. Yeah, I was racing. I mean, you guys were watching. What was it like, really?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really proud of the boys in T1
Craziness.
because they kept it clean. I think
Yeah.
majority. But with Hartwigga DNFing, that's 3 DNFs for Aston Martin this week.
I'll touch on that. So
I feel sorry for Pinju. The whole 3 races over the weekend, they still haven't scored any points.
Yeah, that's a bit iffy, but I guess we'll see
That's
how
not
that
round
goes.
Aston Martin, that was an interesting one in T1, wasn't it? So what happened? We had a good start. We did. And then Jenny dropped it, and I'm like, okay, then. Next corner, I drop it, and I'm like, okay, this is odd. We're like, okay, we'll leave the party because we think something's up with our wheels, and we're like, okay, we'll leave the party. We have, and Jenny's going fine. And I'm struggling. I'm like, what's happening? And the wheels, and I'm like, why am I can't drive this? And good old wheel having a bit of its own mind, couple of spasms here and there, and bend it. That's all it is.
Unlucky.
That's expected, mate. That's expected.
Oh wow, mate! That happened. Oh, mate! Let me remind you, I would have won the championship if that didn't happen in Japan last season. All right.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying it. All right. I'm saying it.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Reptile was pretty quick.
He's pretty strong.
I did start
But-
3 races later. If you want me to add that too.
There's
Yeah,
so
you
many
could say the same. You
excuses,
could say the
aren't
same
No,
about.
it's just excuses.
You could say the same about VR F1 Korg in F2, but he still lost.
there?
Oh, we had a formidable opponent.
Thanks, mate.
But yeah, like Tier 1 was exciting. I mean, I didn't really watch too much after the DNF. I kind of went into my bed and did nothing for a
Cried.
little bit.
Right.
Come on, let me keep my pride. Yeah, it was good. I mean, the racing of the whole weekend, I think it was above what I expected, really. It's been excellent.
Any expectations going into Spain?
Aston Martin
Personally,
won
Spain
Tier 3, 2-1. Yes, I reckon that's going to happen.
Honestly, I think with Spain, it's going to be all over the board. I think Haas will score points this weekend.
They're going to have to.
Big call there. I think Haas will pull in strong. Red Bull, I think, will lose top of the overall constructors, and I think AlphaTauri will go down in the overall constructors. I don't think we'll start to get into gear until I think after, or maybe probably just after Monaco.
I'm going to say Tier 3, both Aston Martin's going to get points.
Oh, here we go.
Tier 2, both Aston Martins are going to get points. Tier 1, now you wouldn't have thought, but both Aston Martins are going to get points.
Nah, DNF, mate. They're going to both DNF, I reckon.
I reckon T2. I reckon the Hartwigga.
Hold on, let me count this out. One of the Aston Martins.
Hartwigga DNF.
Turn 8, Hartwigga, DNF.
Turn 8.
All right.
That's the chicane, is it not?
No, that's just after the chicane. That's at the top of the hill, going down to DRS.
That's right.
And then
that exit curve.
Turn 11, Jenny retire.
Oh, get off! What were you gonna say, Oxy?
That exit curve on the exit of turn 8 there is gnarly in this year's game.
Tell me about it.
It can definitely spit you out.
Turn 2.
I think straight to the inside wall.
Turn 2.
I think F2 is going to be really, really shocking this weekend. I don't mean like driving style. I mean like just the way that the retirements are going to go, because no one's really expecting. No one's really expected that the F2 cars are really really hard to drive this year in F1 2021. The back end just wants to kick out. So I think the boys will just
Spain.
Yeah, it'll definitely be really bad at Spain. I think there'll be about, if we get a full grid of 20, I think we'll get maybe like 10 or just over DNS, I think.
Yeah.
It should happen. Like one of them could be me.
Any other bold calls, lads?
I'm gonna say in tier 3, I'm gonna call Brahma top 5.
Oh, big call.
Yeah.
I reckon Sultana double win.
Ooh.
A lot of pressure on my Sultana boy there.
I could see it happening.
If he keeps his composure and just does his own race and doesn't get caught up in the incidents and all that stuff, I think he'll do well.
Tier 3, Citrus, top 5.
Big call.
I've been coaching him pretty hard.
Oh, well, if that's the case, he's going to DNF.
Okay, no.
Oh, mate.
Look, Oxy, I don't want to be mean at all, but like, if you DNF on the weekend and I don't, like, you're copping it big time.
Oh, yeah, I accept that.
You will. You won't have a choice.
You watch. Watch me fucking bin it in quality and the race now.
Yeah, you will. You'll probably crash into Elong too.
No, I will not do that.
Oh.
I think in a couple of rounds, probably Canada or France, there'll be a big debut coming and top 5 finish.
A big day. What tier? What? Who?
Right.
Tier 3.
I know who you're on about now. I think. Yeah, I know who you're on about.
The actual Mrs. Dutchy now.
Being coached by a champion, I think is
Congratulations.
Yeah, by a definite champion, and also coaching that person is a runner-up champion. So.
Oh, yeah, Mitchie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you could be me.
Yeah, she's got best of the best.
Yeah.
Well,
the one that actually put Reptile under pressure.
Oh. Look, I've got nothing to say, you know. It just shows that you don't race in F1 in tiers for a reason. You're just not good enough.
If I did, I'd probably be tier 2.
Exactly.
No, what?
If I did, I'd be tier 2, I think.
Mate, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. I'm basically a second and a half off my number one driver, number one draft pick, Kahoot. So, yeah.
Well,
that tells you whereabouts I am.
The tier 1 guys in Q1 were quicker than our tier 2 blokes in Q3.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was massive.
I'm not sure how you drive that fast.
I might
turn the wheel, put the throttle on. Simple.
What time is it, bud?
Yeah, then you put it into the wall.
7:39. No.
All right. Anything else, lads? Or
I'm not too sure. I'm not too fast, really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in that case, I guess we will end it here. We'll see you, lovely viewers and listeners. Hopefully, you guys can catch the stream. Friday, 7 p.m. is tier 3. 8 p.m. on Saturday is tier 2. F2 is the 5 p.m. that day as well. And 5 p.m. Sunday is tier 1. So make sure you go watch that. Go subscribe to YouTube, to Twitch. And make sure you subscribe to all these podcasts because they're great. Big thank you to our
sponsor.
Yeah, sponsors.
What are we?
Sponsors to
Sponsor.
Taylor Racing and Rapid Racing League.
Wait, where am I? I'm bottom, aren't I?
No, you're up mate. You're in the top. You need to be pointing like down there. Oh.
Down that way.
Yeah, that
or
way.
that way.
Yeah, that way. Yeah,
that way.
No. You had it.
Yeah,
the first
Taylor.
Time. No. You had it the first time. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
All right, so Taylor Racing down there. Also, I might get you to. Did you do Rapids as well?
Yeah, mate, they're in there. They're
there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get them to sort out their Div 3. That's why that announcement went out in our Discord.
Drivers.
They have
drivers available.
Yeah. I think they had 9 drivers, or 6 or 9, and they I just made an announcement and put the Discord link in there, and they can just shoot across and go into Div 3 over there. Help those boys out.
If you guys want Discord links for both servers in the descriptions below on YouTube. Bad luck if you're not on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, in saying that, we will see you guys in the next one, episode 3, a special podcast to say the least. Yeah, we'll see you guys then.
Sweet.
All right.